the Cinderella weight. Now the Cinderella weight, this magical ideal weight, 160 times 160 times 20 times 0.9. Ooh, damn! Hey guys and girls on Ask Japanese, greetings from Tokyo. This is Kathy Cat. Now our doga about thick girls is doing pretty well on our channel, but this time we're going to talk about a trend here in Japan that is the right opposite of being thick, and that is the Cinderella weight. Now that is a surprising trend here. It also kind of shocking, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. Now, abroad, 90, 60, 90 seems to be one of the ideal sizes of women before. Now, these beauty standards are changing constantly, and especially in Japan, we're having some extremes happening here. And one of them is the Cinderella weight. Now, why Cinderella weight? It's because it is said that they are so light and so skinny that they can stand on shoes made out of glass. And also Cinderella, because it's a kind of princessy one, it's an ideal that is super hard to reach, almost like a fairy tale.
よろしくお願いします。
Now in Japan, there are 3 types of weight. 1 is the average weight, Hyojun Taiju. 2 is the beauty weight, Bio Taiju. And number 3 is the Cinderella Taiju, the Cinderella weight. The average weight in Japan is calculated out like this: height times 22. That should give you a good indication of the average height in Japan. So for example, I'm going to pull out my calculator. So I am 160 tall times 160 times 22 should bring me to 56.3 kilogram. The next thing is the beauty weight. The beauty weight is height times 18.5 or 20. So let's go for that one. We're gonna go for 160 times 160 times, let's go for 20. So that should be 51 kilos, 0.2 as the lowest setting, and it can be actually a little bit more. So between 51 up to the 56, you're in the beauty weight. Now the Cinderella weight, this magical ideal weight, is height times 20 times 0.9. So let's see what we'll get there. 160 times 160 times 20 times 0.9. Ooh, damn! That's 46.0. Wait a second, that brings us down to 10 kilos less than the average healthy height you should be having. Cinderella, 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 Cinderella. Now, if you have the Cinderella weight or aiming for the Cinderella weight is pretty much, if you look at the BMI for that one, that's an underweight. That is definitely underweight. And doctors actually say it's towards menoxenia, if I said that right, which pretty much means you would have to be so skinny that it has a negative impact on your body, meaning you might not even, get your periods or things like that. And that is one of the beauty ideals here? What? Why do Japanese girls want to be like that? A big portion is blamed on the media. As we've discussed and interviewed Japanese girls here, they say they have a constant pressure to look skinny, and most of it is facilitated by the media. And the weight that they generally put out on the internet is generally very low, very skinny. It's an ideal, and because so many models seem to have the ideal weight, it pushes the idea that that is the norm, that pretty girls all have to have that weight. So more and more girls think they need to aspire to come to that weight. What we get as a result is a lot of girls who are underweight, and there is actually a survey that has been taken that shows that 20% of young girls have the Cinderella weight, meaning 20% of young girls actually are underweight, heavily underweight, probably struggle with the consequences of that. So many girls want to be followed, be liked, be loved, and they see it as a connection with that weight, with that ideal weight that the models and the famous people have. Now, when was that Cinderella weight actually born? At the end of the 90s, there was a famous beauty salon who coined that term first, but at the time they actually calculated it differently. It was height times times 22 times 0.9. Somehow, that 22 became 20, pushing the limits even more. With the boom of the idol industry in Japan and more girls trying to diet to get skinnier and skinnier, that image has been broadcasted to the world too. So now many foreigners think Japanese girls are naturally skinny, or Japanese girls just happen to be so skinny, which is not necessarily true, as many of the interviews that we've done on the streets of Tokyo have shown us. However, this image gets pushed back to the girls who are now growing up as well, and again, they're seeing the exact same thing. Skinny idols, skinny talents, skinny influencers, and the circle of losing weight and pushing yourself to lose weight unfortunately continues. Vicious circle it is. However, things are gradually changing. Abroad, you can see there are many things. For example, I saw a lot in the UK which was aimed towards encouraging girls of different sizes, of different types, because obviously this skinny body image has been harming girls all over the world. In Japan, there is no strict campaign as such as I've seen it in the UK, but influencers are taking it now into their own hands to give a more positive body image to the young girls of the generation. One of them you might have heard about is Naomi Watanabe. She's actually famous for doing some Lady Gaga dancing. She's been abroad and she's a chubby lady. Naomi debuted first as a comedian and she's actually a chubby girl. And that's how she coined the term in 2012, Pochari boom. So actually giving a more positive image towards the chubby girls of the generation. She's fun, she's fashionable, and she's very career driven. She works hard, she dances a lot, and she puts on amazing performances. So you gotta love her. She is topping all the other skinny influencers on Instagram. Actually, with 8.9 million, she has the most followers as a Japanese celebrity here in Japan. Go girl! Nowadays, there are actually some brands who finally started selling different sizes than just one size or super skinny size. So more and more stores and brands and labels are thinking about different sizing. What also many brands are starting to do is just put out one big size, and then all sizes are supposed to wear it, maybe belt it up or something, and wear it a bit bulkier. That seems to be a fashion trend here in Japan. There are not so much clothing items that emphasize curves yet. I think that's still a little bit of a taboo, but when we interviewed people on the streets of Tokyo, Japanese girls said, yeah, they diet, but they kind of given up. Or some of the boys say they don't even want their girls that skinny. You know, if it's skin and bones and they can't have any fun and can't go for dinner with them anymore, it's not fun. So many Japanese boys are actually saying that the girls are putting the pressure on themselves even more than their potential boyfriend might actually do. So you don't have to be all skin and bones. Pochari girls, chubby girls generally have the image of being healthy, friendly, reliable, and just the type of person that you would like to hang out with. And, well, I don't think Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't think those kind of beauty standards will change as quickly as they have, for example, abroad. Still, there are quite a lot of people we interviewed who are like, no, I don't want my girls too chubby. But there are also some boys who are like, yeah, I like if there's a little bit of booty to her.
ティックでも OK です。
Oh, nice.
まあお尻大きい方がいいんじゃないですか。
That kind of stuff. So things are changing. Hopefully, and things will get better. But whenever I see girls online write that they can't eat food, it makes me incredibly sad, and I just want to feed them cake. So yes. Stay healthy, guys, most of all. Whatever body size you are, I know some girls naturally have a Cinderella weight or like an underweight thing, and it seems to be their natural body type. But generally, in Japan, most girls have to force themselves to get to that weight and deprive themselves of so many fun and great foods that they could be having. So everything should be taken into consideration here. Please be healthy, look after your weight, and then put yourself under too much pressure just to confirm. I must say, a lot of talents in Japan in the talent industry get told you need to lose weight in order to get this and that job. And I've seen a couple of girls who turned it the other way around and then instead ate a lot and became famous because they wear a different body size, as we can see from Naomi. So you never know. Sometimes being skinny is actually not helpful, depending on where you want to go in life. So, We did a video about different girl types, and among them is also the marshmallow joshi, the marshmallow girls, and how much they are loved and cared for, and hopefully more girls around the world will accept their bodies for what they are, and I hope less media will pressure girls to conform to certain body types. I must say, when I went to America, I was absolutely amazed and so grateful by seeing, how the different body types everywhere, and everyone was so accepting of different body types, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish we had that a little bit more here in Japan. We are not all one size, and that is wonderful, and that is beautiful, and that's what makes us unique. So girls and boys, don't pressure yourself too much to conform to types. Just try to be the best version of you, and how are you supposed to love someone else if you don't love yourself and your body, right? So on that note, I hope you have a good day. I hope you take good care of yourself, especially in these times. We all need to stay healthy. So let me know what you think about the Cinderella weight down below. Have you maybe calculated yours out and gone, whoa, that's skinny? Let us know in the comments down below, and please take care of yourself. And I wish you all the best here from Tokyo, and I'll catch you soon for another video on Ask Japanese. Don't forget to leave us that like. We need that like, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys. Bye.